Hey, beautiful people. How are y'all doing out there? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're loving life. Hope everything is beautiful for you. In this video, it's going to be real simple. It's pretty much a tutorial. I'm going to show you how to magnetize your sleep space for protection and for better regeneration. Now, the whole premise behind this video is, the Earth's magnetic field. Earth has a magnetic field that it protects us and it heals and regenerates us. It's feminine energy. Kind of think of being in the womb and being nourished by your mother. It's kind of like that. When you sleep, that's what you're doing. You're regenerating, and it's kind of works that way. Now, as you may know, according to science, according to historians, scientists, whoever, the Earth's magnetic field over like the past, I think, thousands or tens of thousands of years, it's dwindling. It's a fraction of what it used to be, not that long ago, and it's dwindling pretty fast according to them. And I began thinking about this, and once I realized, what magnetism does for the body, I began to realize that the reduction of the Earth's magnetic field is gonna create like a type of de-evolution. Our evolution is gonna go backwards, and as I just mentioned, it's the Earth's magnetic field has been dwindling like a lot over the past thousands of years, and that means that we are de-evolving. And it's hard for me to say what type of de-evolution is going on with us, because we could say it's a mental de-evolution, but if you look around and you see what we have and the technology that we have and what we're capable of doing and what the people were not capable of doing hundreds of years ago, you would say that we're evolving, not de-evolving or devolving. But I don't think that's a good meter. I think if you want to judge something like that, you want to look in other directions. It's kind of hard for me to just make a statement like that and say that we're de-evolving and stand behind it. But that's the information that I've been given, and that's what I'm kind of looking into nowadays. But the whole purpose of me making this tutorial on how to magnetize your bed, like the main thing is in this day and age, electromagnetic fields. Electromagnetic fields are it's just commonplace. It's just something we just have to deal with. If you can't deal with it, I guess that the other option is to just go live wild and go live in nature, live off the grid. Then you're safe from it. So it's one of those things we can't really get around. But what we can do, we can mitigate. So this video is about mitigation. It's a mitigation technique, and I guess you can say it's a hack. It's a type of biohack, because I think if you did this type of mitigation at a high level, and you did it intelligently, and it's safe, you can make something, you can create something that's really healthy and really beneficial, far more than like, I think you can get a whole lot out of it, more than we realize. Once you start thinking into like how powerful magnetic energy is. The sun is a type of EMF. It's a natural EMF. It's electric. The sun has electric properties, and we get a lot of these electric properties. Some scientists think that life is electric or electromagnetic, and I think that's an oversimplification, but I do think we have these properties. And And I think these properties govern, the physical body, but I don't think the whole world is, and the whole in life is all about, the physical body. I feel that there's far more to it than that, and life is dimensional, and this is one dimension, and our senses are limited on, being able to sense these many different dimensions. So, you know, I digressed a little bit, but yeah, protecting yourself, shielding yourself from radiation is really important. And people kind of just blow it off, and I think it's kind of one of those things like the saying, the frog in the pot that's cooking in the pot and it doesn't jump out until it's too late, until it's boiling. I think the EMF situation is kind of like that. You don't realize it's a problem because it's so subtle, and you don't realize it until later, or until you have something to compare it to that's way better, but lived, in a different situation than you lived in. And I made a video, and I'll put the link below. I think that the title of it was like a year ago, year and a half ago, but maybe 2 years ago. But I'll put the link below. The video was saying, is our home stealing life from us, or are our home's electromagnetic field stealing stored sun from us? And I'll put the link below. That'll kind of give you a little bit of background about the premise behind me making this video. But like it EMF radiation, it interferes with your biology in many different ways. It affects your hormones. I know this for sure because throughout my trial and error of experimenting with sleeping above a magnetic field, I have had very hormonal effects, and I attribute those. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing, and I'm attributing those to that magnetic energy that I'm getting. And I'm sorry if I'm jumping around too much, but magnetic energy is, it's very mysterious. It's a lot we don't know about it, but where there's electricity, there's magnetism, and they go hand in hand, and we know how important electricity is in our lives. And because electricity and our use of electricity is it's so prevalent, it's so important to us now, we just kind of take for granted whether it's safe or not. And my belief is that one of the most dominant energies on this planet is magnetism. We need, the sun. The sun's like electricity, if you want to call it electric, and the earth is it's like a magnet, if you want to call it a magnet. They're living organisms. The sun and the earth, they're living organisms. But I'm just using terms that we know about. The sun's electricity, energy, and the earth's a magnet. So by simulating the earth's magnetic nature while we sleep, we're able to get back some of what we lose out on by sleeping and living in our homes. We could live outside, and we can sleep outside on the ground and get a lot of the magnetic effect from the earth that way that we lose when we sleep inside of our homes. We're never completely divorced from the magnetism of the earth, because the earth is a huge magnet. Even if you have something blocking your magnetism, like your home at night, you still have the earth's huge influence. Even though the earth's magnetic field, even if it's weak, is still a huge magnet. So it supersedes a small magnet or any small electrical interference. But we can correct some of these problems and these deficiencies that we create for ourselves by living in our homes, by adding back or supplementing the magnetism that we lose from the earth, and even adding more magnetism into our bodies than we naturally would get from the earth. And that would be beneficial. Now, again, I'll make a later video about uh, magnetism and the Earth. Now, go in detail about it. This is, just a tutorial, really. But you know, magnets go deep. They detoxify. They um, they have an effect on your pineal gland. In regards to sleep, and it has effects on us. How we make hormones. Magnetism through water. Magnetism does some really cool things to water. It makes the water more permeable. It puts energy into the water, and this is all proven. This is very well known information about how magnetism has an amazing effect on water, and I'll talk about that in the next video. But yeah, so I'm about to show you this tutorial. It's pretty straight to the point. Nothing special, and let's do it. Finally, I got my order of neodymium magnets through the mail. Got 12 of them. These are the strongest ones on the market, and they're pretty big. And it's really hard to separate them. Gotta really be careful on this when I'm separating them, because if they get stuck together, it's extremely difficult to separate them from one another. I have to use wood and make a special apparatus to separate them, and they could also really mess you up. They could if your fingers are between them, they can maybe smash your finger or cut your skin. So I have to be real careful when I mess around with these, and also make sure that I'm not around sharp stuff. I'm wrapping my magnets in like some styrofoam so that they won't stick together, and so that they're safe. So I'm gonna just put the magnet here like this, and put another piece on top, and use a strip of tape and tape it up so that the magnets are safe. Here I have a compass, and I use this compass to let me know where the north or the south end of the magnet is located. As you can see here, I have the north end of the magnet. I have a black tape on it to indicate it. And if you look at the compass, this is the south end, and this is the north end of the magnet. Here's what I have done so far. This is a sleeping area, and under this bed I have magnets positioned in different places, and I have them in order so that I create a static magnetic field. You want the magnetic field as even as possible. So I'll go up closer. So if you look, they're on the floor. Let's take a closer look. I have some of them in Tupperware bowls, and they have cushion inside so that if they get stuck together, I can take them apart. Because if they get too close, it's very difficult to take them apart. And on top, you see black tape, and this black tape symbolizes that it is the north side of the magnetic field. You want to be exposed to the north side of the magnetic field. It's supposed to be the safe side, the best side, the regenerative side. Opposite side is the south side. I have the south side facing down. So here, so far, this is what I've done. I still have a little bit left to cover the entire area under my bed, and I'm gonna try to get them as close as possible together without them sticking together or repelling one another. They'll only allow me to put them so close before they repel, because the like poles of the magnet repel, and the entire top of these magnets, it like this, for example, No, I'm not going to show you because they'll probably stick together, and I don't have time right now. So, over the past month, I've ran my experiment, and I've been using 12 of these. Again, they're neodymium magnets, and they're uh, the dimension I think is 25 by 25 millimeters by 20 millimeters thick. So they're some pretty big size magnets, and they're supposed to be the strongest on the market. So yeah, so this is my progress so far. And with the, I've been doing 12 of these under my mattress for the past month. And now I'm doubling it from 12 to 24. So I'm going double to see how that works out. And really, the best thing I really should do this progressively. Like do go 12, 14, and then a week later, maybe 16 a week later, 18 a week later, 20, 22, build up like that. I should do it gradually because, you're introducing some it's going to be a shock to your body because, some different forces. You're changing your energy field. So it can be a shock to your body. And in the beginning, it can be negative. You may not feel good. Usually with this, it has detoxification properties. So, when you detox, usually in the beginning, you don't feel good. You feel good later after the detoxification is finished because the detoxification usually wakes up or pulls the toxins out of hiding, which re-exposes you to them. So, really I should build up on this and go gradually. But I've done this before, so I kind of know what to expect. So I'm kind of going big right now. Well, it's not a big jump. I'm going from 12 to 24. I've done 12 for the past month so far. Okay. So it's all done. Before I had 12 magnets under my bed strategically placed. Now I have 24 under my bed strategically placed. So you see I got them spaced out so that I have a uniform magnetic field under my body, an even magnetic field. And now, I'm really excited. Get to see how well I sleep, how well I dream, the quality of my sleep, and how everything works out. And I'll keep you updated on the changes, the way I feel. If I feel stronger, if I feel weaker, if I feel healthier, if I feel less healthy. This is experimental, of course. I mean, it's been proven to be beneficial and work out, but at the end, it's artificial. It's not the natural thing, so you have to be careful in that regard. But from what I've learned, I'm pretty confident in it, and I'll continue to learn about it and also update those of you who are interested in these ideas as well. And yeah, I'm getting I get one of the main protections that I get from this. I've talked about it before, I guess, many times. One of the main protections I get from this is non-native electromagnetic field protection. It shields me from this. We have, especially in this day and age, we have power lines and antennas and just different appliances going on around us, and it affects how we sleep, and it affects the electromagnetic nature within our bodies. Our bodies have an electric nature, a magnetic nature. Whenever you have electricity, there's always magnetism. Whenever you have the magnetism, there's always electricity. They go hand in hand. And in regards to that, the electromagnetic nature, one of the main things when it comes down to that is cell signaling. Our cells and throughout our body, they use electromagnetism to signal to one another, and signaling is really important. you know, everything needs to stay coordinated and working together. The opposite, when something's not signaling, when your cells are not signaling, that's cancer. Cancer is when your cells don't signal to each other. So, when everything's working together and the signals are strong, then you have ultimate participation, cohesion. Your body's working as a strong unit, and only good things can happen. You can impose your will and be a super vessel for whatever your purpose is in life. Okay, now I'm gonna check the magnetic field above my bed, see if it's detectable by a compass. As you can see, the white part is the north-seeking part of the compass. And here we go. If you notice, it's going to point. You see? If you see the compass, it's orienting itself. It's orienting itself. I'm going to walk around the bed and kind of show you the compass as I walk around the bed. As you can see, as I walk around the bed, it points to the bed. It points to the bed. It always points to the bed. So let me give you a little bit of background information and I guess some things to think about, a little bit extra. Now, the magnets that I use, the magnets that you see me using, they are 15,000 Gauss magnets. They're pretty strong and they're big, so they're really, really powerful. They're N52. They're neodymium magnets. So these are the highest grade possible that I could find commercially. Now, if you get a commercial magnetic mattress, you'll come out of a lot of money. And I'll read this to you about some of the specifics of a commercial magnetic mattress. It says it's made with 700 4,000 Gauss magnets, permanent ceramic magnets. So those are ceramic, they're not neodymium. So they're a bit weaker. They're a bit weaker than the magnets that I'm using. And they're using 700. I'm only using 25, but my magnets are pretty big and pretty strong, so it's probably equivalent. And again, mine's 15,000 Gauss, and theirs is 4,000 Gauss. And mine is about 3 or 4 times stronger than theirs. I figured I could do it better. That's why I decided to go this route and go ahead and make this on my own. Now, my setup, it's pretty inexpensive. It's another reason why I did it, to save some money and, something I could just easily do myself. Now, my setup cost approximately $300 to $500. And that was just for the magnets, really. And if you get a commercial magnetic mattress, it's gonna cost you somewhere from $1,000 to $3,000 per. So if you were to get the equivalent, commercially of what I've set up, you would pay upwards of $6,000, $5,000 or $6,000. So just some things to think about. And I guess the catch with all of this is making sure that it's done right and it's done appropriately, like having your magnets facing north, and also having them equally spaced out so you have the uniform magnetic field. And again, you don't want to be on the south end of the magnets, because the south end is it's overstimulating, and it speeds things up. It's opposite of the opposite type of effect that you want to get when you're trying to go to sleep. Finish the video off by sharing with you my experiences with using this throughout my life. I've experimented with this 2 different times. This right now is the second time I've experimented with this. The first time I did it was around 2016, and I was, I'm going to talk about the 2016 experience and the experience now. The experience now, it's only been about a month. It's only been about 5 weeks. The 2016 experience, it was about 8 or 9 months. It was, close to a year. So back in 2016, I'm going to try to give you a lot of details about it, a lot of context, so that you kind of understand, how everything went down for me and what my experience was like. And okay, so back in 2016, I guess the context, the background to what was going on with me then when I was trying this. At that time, I had like a huge awakening in regards to health, nature, everything. It was like a key point in life for me. And during that time, I was in a very good situation. Like everything had aligned up pretty good for me in life. Where I was able to really see things in a really productive way and grow and become better, and not be bound to the past and the things that were holding me back at that point in my life. So back then, I was in a natural place, surrounded by trees. It was rural. It was beautiful. I had a stress-free job, out in nature every day, taking walks and trails through the forest. Really good, nice setup. And I came across a health guru that was unlike anything I had ever read in regards to health. I try to keep up to date on that, and everyone kind of says the same thing, or they don't really stray from a central point of view. But this guy, he really took things way out there, and right away I knew that he was different. And when I say different, I'm like he knows things that other people don't know. Whether he's right or wrong, it's debatable, but he definitely knows a lot of things that no one else is talking about. And during that time, I was experimenting with I was getting lots of sun. I was out in the sun all the time, because I realized that I had been sun starved for much of my life. And then also at the time, I was taking ice baths. And why am I talking about ice baths? We're talking about magnetism, because taking an ice bath, what it basically does is it turns your body into a magnet. So it's a form of the same type of magnetic scenario that we're trying to create when you're going to sleep. So they're equivalent. The ice is magnetic therapy. You could say that, as well as magnetizing your sleep space is magnetic therapy. Both are therapeutic. Both are very beneficial. If you take ice baths, you know how well this works, and how great it is. If you could take the discomfort. Now, back during that time, it's kind of hard to remember. It was 2016, and if I did write it down, I don't remember what I wrote down, but I'll tell you what I remember. During that time, during that 8-month span, I started at the beginning of the end of spring, early summer, and I just kind of put the magnets under my bed, under my mattress. And I had the magnets were different size, so maybe the magnetic field wasn't uniform the way it should have been. It was a really new thing, and I kind of didn't really pay attention to all the details like I should have. But I put the magnets under my mattress, and so in that way, the magnets were approximately about 1 foot below me. 1 foot, give or take, below me. You don't want the magnets directly on your body, because you're you're exposing yourself to the northern magnetic field. But if you're directly, your body's directly touching the magnets, then you'll be exposed to some of the southern magnetic field. So you'll be getting both north and south. You want all north. North is the regenerative side. South is the side where you the stimulative side. You don't want to be stimulated while you're sleeping. And during that time, from what I remember being like my body feeling like deeply comfortable. I was like in water. Feel like I was in water when I would sleep. Sometimes, and I remember it really deeply relaxed me at times in the very beginning, to the point where one time I woke up and I thought I was going to pee on myself. I was that relaxed in my sleep. But that feeling didn't happen again anymore after that. I guess my brain and my body picked up that was possible. So I guess my body wasn't ready for that stimulus at the time. And I didn't have any those types of effects anymore after that. And I went all the way through the rest of the year up until the beginning of the following year. And everything was working really, really good. I was waking up pretty good every day. I was strong. Everything was going well. And mind you, I was doing the ice baths as well. So I was doing a lot of right things at the time. A lot of ice, a lot of sun. It was a really transformational point in life for me in regards to health. And I was a whole different person then. And around that time, it was winter, and here I was also here in South Korea at the time, and it gets ridiculously cold in around January around here. And at that time, the cold, I started getting like cold injuries to my feet, and where like the bottom of my feet, they were like sore. And the only thing I could think of that was different was I was doing the magnetic therapy, and also, the extreme cold weather. And I was out in the extreme cold weather because I learned the power of nature. So I was trying to be more, be hand in hand with nature as often as I could, even if it was cold. I really wanted to embrace, all situations in that way. So eventually the foot problem, it became overwhelming. So I abandoned the magnetic, using the magnets under my mattress. And it just so happened at the time, winter was ending when I decided to abandon it. And everything got better. So I assumed it was the magnets and not the cold. And I never really, I gave it up, and I never really looked back on it again. And I wish I documented more about it before I gave up on it. And that was the situation back in 2016. There was a lot more details I wish I documented, but I didn't. But now, fast forward, it's 2021. It's 2021, and this time I've been doing it for approximately 1 month. As I just mentioned to you, I was using 12 magnets under my mattress before, and now I've doubled it to 24. So I've been using 12 magnets for about 5 weeks. So here's the experience with me using the 12 magnets under my mattress for the past month or so. The first week, I went to sleep right away. It's pretty clear that I had done something differently, and I felt pretty good waking up. I remember waking up in that first week. I felt it reminded me of like when I was like 16 years old. You wake up and you have the you've just done a workout. You did a workout the previous day, and your muscles are like tight and recovered. When you're young, you're like 16, everything recovers like that. And you're really happy about working out because tomorrow you're gonna be way stronger. Your recovery is gonna happen like that. I had kind of that feeling. It gave me a flashback on when I was like 16, And also another thing for that first week, and even still now up to a degree, waking up with morning wood. I was waking up with morning wood more often than usual, and there was stronger morning wood. So I'm assuming there was like a hormonal effect or hormonal side effect of using this. And then as the weeks went on, let's say the second week, I noticed that keep in mind I'm working out on a daily basis too, because I'm the workout, I have to work out to stay healthy and stay strong, but I use the workout to kind of gauge my performance ability while I'm doing this. If my workout suffers, then I'll know that there's something on the outside that's affecting my workout. And if my workout prospers, then I'll know that it's benefiting my workout. It'll be easy for me to see compared to if I did nothing. And around that the second or third week, I started feeling a little bit like I was waking up. I was sore more often. I was waking up kind of groggy. You wake up, you're groggy. I was a little bit groggier than usual, but usually immediately after I ate something, drank a lot of water, something like that, the grogginess and the soreness in my body, it subsided pretty quickly, much more quickly than usual. And then around the third week, fourth week, I realized that a lot of the grogginess was dehydration. I needed more water. I guess the magnets required me to drink more water, or maybe the detoxification required me to drink more water, because the magnets detoxify you. They raise the pH in your body. That's another benefit of exposing a magnet to water. It raises the pH, which that's good, because there's more oxygen in the water and there's more energy in the water, and your body is water, so it works under those same rules and principles. And I was drinking more water, and I started drinking more water because you wake up, and I noticed it made me feel better, so that's what I did. And now it's like the fifth week so far. I noticed, like around the fourth week, I noticed that I was gaining weight. I was getting fatter, and I know from experience that getting fat isn't a bad thing. If you're just getting a little fat, because you're getting fat, it kind of tells you like the type of environment that you're in. If you're getting fat, like you're getting like extra body fat, it's telling you that something on the outside is that is different, has changed, or and I'm just saying outside because I know my diet didn't change that much. I was still eating the same way, which is mostly high fat, and eat early in the day and not much later in the day. And I noticed that eating that way wasn't really I was getting bigger quickly. I guess it was from the magnets, and I was working out daily. And so a couple of days ago, I decided to eat less, see how that works out. Eat less fat and less calories and stuff. I'm eating healthy, but it's I eat lots of fat, healthy fat, of course. And a couple of days ago, I just ate just a little bit, and I felt wonderful. Felt really good. So just drinking a lot of water and eating just a little bit. Like yesterday, for example, I ate 2 carrots and like a big bowl of raspberries and just a little bit of chocolate. That's all I ate yesterday. And I exercised. My exercise was really strong. Like I could tell my nervous system was amped up more than usual. The workout was wonderful. It was phenomenal yesterday. It was better than usual. So that's all I ate yesterday, and I felt great. I felt wonderful. So it's it doesn't stay static. It's a progression. There's a detoxification effect, so you may feel bad at first, and then later you feel better. Things improve. So you can't really just if it kind of feels like a failure in the beginning, it wouldn't be smart to just to bail, to abandon what you're doing right away, because um, in the long run, things progress, along a pattern, and they get worse before they get better typically. So that's my experience with utilizing utilizing magnets for supplementing magnetic energy. And again, I did it back in 2016 for approximately 8 months. And right now I'm doing it. I've been doing it for about 5 weeks. And oh yeah, last night I I doubled the magnets to 24. Last night was the first time I went to sleep on it, and nothing new to report. Nothing too different. I'm about to work out after I finish recording this, and see how the workout works. And also, when I go outside and I touch the sun, that changes everything. And all because the magnetism also affects how you deal with the sun. And sometimes I'm pretty sure I know from the experiences lately, when I go outside, when I touch the sun, it's gonna be immediate change in me, and it's gonna be different. Like I'm inside of here, I do realize the difference. I don't feel bad now. I feel pretty good now. I'm completely awake. I just woke up approximately about an hour ago. I've made me a little small breakfast. Just some grapes, some tea, and simple breakfast. So later in the future, I guess I'm gonna experiment with how much protein and what type and vegetables and stuff that I'm using, and see those effects, see how that works with what I'm doing. But so far, it seems like if I just eating vegetables, small amounts of fruits and vegetables, and drinking lots of water seems to be the way to go. But you know we'll see how everything works out as time progresses, and I'll keep you updated. And that's it. That's my video. Thank you for watching. I'm about to go exercise, so y'all take it easy. I'm out.